All right, guys, the unprofessionals are back. I'm here with Mandel Nalo, Louis Sanudakis, Ayman Zahabi. What's up, guys? How was the week?
Pretty good until I walked in the gym and I see Eamon getting some nice suits. Uh,
Oh, me?
I
Yeah.
was, I was a little
So,
bit hot about that. I said, "Where's my suit?"
listen, last week we had the show, and I let the cat out of the bag. I had zero sponsors. Boom. Less than a week later,
Damn.
your boy's getting five suits. Actually, no, I'm getting three suits. And
Five when you include the two that we get. Me and Louis each get a suit.
You guys, I don't know. Louis Dinklage over here ain't getting nothing. He was making
Oh,
fun of
oh,
my short kings.
I wasn't making fun of anybody.
This guy, he was trying to get a good old discount, ended up insulting everybody.
I told those gentlemen, I said, if y'all need if y'all need a representative for your discount rack, let me know. And it makes sense. I'm like the discount Eamon Zahabi right now. I'm fighting on the undercard of his undercard, pretty
You're
much.
you're a you're a Montreal superstar, just not on the same scale.
Exactly. I'm I'm on Eamon's
They'll
under.
know.
They
Yeah,
should make you the cheap suits.
Louis
Give
on
me
the
the
higher scale.
rags,
Oh, his fight is more
offcuts.
important. We covered this last week. His fight is above all.
Look, to real fight fans, of course it is.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
But to suit makers don't know what they're watching. They were too busy watching Suits. But
100%
basically, they should
cards.
give Louis the cheap stuff.
I want 1995 Shaquille O'Neal suits.
You want polyester, cheap fabrics,
No, no, I want to
the
see
stuff
Louis.
that's scratchy.
I want to
Big.
see Louis wearing a full suit of what they put on the inside, but on the outside. You know,
Oh
like that
yeah,
comic book strip thing on the inside or
the lining,
the lining, but on the outside. Louis is gonna do everything backwards.
peacocking suit.
Speaking of suits, you guys see Kanye's suit in that interview with
Uh,
DJ Academics?
this guy was wearing a
Well,
KKK outfit, but in all black.
of all the things he's done in recent history, the most egregious thing he's done is blow a fart on mic. That was completely out of character. Everything to me he's done is on brand. And then this just was like, oh, what the hell? This guy's really crazy. That's
I
when
want to
I
know,
clinched it for me.
did Kanye West play sports growing up?
No,
Carlos, check it up. Did he play sports?
There's no way.
not it.
I think he's got CTE. You know, guys talk about CTE.
No, I think
Different athletes when they retire, they might have CTE. They talk funny. They're getting crazy. Like I don't know if you guys heard, but there was another story with BJ Penn.
yeah.
Actually, you could pop that on the screen. But even he thought they abducted his mother, and his mother wasn't really his mother, and it's a CIA agent. And that might be a mix of CTE slash drugs. I heard he fell into like some drug use and some alcohol use and stuff. I'm hoping if the friends and family of BJ Penn, please reach out to him and help him out. His stuff is getting kind of wild online.
I think me and Evelyn, my wife, were just talking about this. I really don't think it's the CTE that makes guys completely nuts.
No,
I
I
think
don't.
it's a lifetime of drug abuse.
I also think that because we are lucky to be surrounded by a lot of ex-MMA guys, and they're all fine.
Look at us. We've been sparring. How many times we spar? We're getting knocked tooth and nail. My teeth are getting knocked out. I'm
You
getting knocked
got
unconscious 10
great teeth.
times a month.
That's the your best feature. Your teeth
Yeah,
are
I know.
pretty
And
white.
they're getting cracked and chipped left and right. My nose is broken this way, that way. I'm getting punched loopy every week.
Louis,
I'm totally fine.
give us a zoom in of that nose, bro.
A lot of me.
Yeah, show us that angle, bro. Look, show us that little like that little divot you got going on there.
It's beautiful. It's perfectly straight. I can't.
It's the camera that's a little bit
Cat
skewed.
out of the bag, guys. I broke Louis' nose twice in 20 years. Not bad.
Never, ever, ever got my nose broke. I don't even know what this. I don't remember Eamon ever
There
hitting.
was some glove issues that were happening.
Both
Those
completely by
gloves.
accident. Both completely by accident. Both with my knee, actually, man. There no issue, no glove issues whatsoever.
The
Never had.
gloves were cheap gloves. Those were cheap gloves. They were ratty gloves.
Never.
And there was malice in your eyes.
There was malice in his eyes, but it never happened.
It never happened also.
Also, I think what's going on with Kanye is one of two things, or both things are happening. I think
Yeah.
it's obviously his mental health crisis. He's just one of those guys who has like bipolar or schizophrenia or whatever, or performance art, or a little bit of both. What I want to know
performance art.
what I
It's
want to
a
know
good
is
piece.
what I want to know is who blinged out that swastika for him. Did you see that
He
No,
video?
said he said, "Who do you think it was?"
Carlos, find the swastika, throw it up on the screen, guys. I want you to do
Go
this.
put swastikas all over the screen.
Oh,
Make sure everybody knows.
guys,
Make
if
sure
you want
everybody knows.
Carlos to throw up a pop up, just
Yeah,
let him know, and when he rewatches, he's gonna throw it up there and leave
Carlos.
the scene because it's funny, and I think the fans are gonna appreciate that. Carlos, we appreciate you, Carlos. Thanks for doing all the editing for the show,
Mhm.
and we really appreciate your great work.
Carlos, we need a picture of you with a swastika and a thumbs up so we know that you're doing the great editing, please. That's
Don't do
what we
that.
need from you.
Don't do that, Carlos. Don't do that.
Might as well. It's working for Kanye.
Crazy. Did you see? Did, at the end of the interview, he links up with some people who are like, I don't know if they're working with him or whatever.
Italian fashion people.
Yeah,
It looks like.
they're like white people. He's like, did you see the suit I was wearing? They're like, no, which one? And then he pulls out like a leather KKK outfit. They're like, oh,
Nice. That's
oh.
good. They didn't even they weren't even phased. Those are like the most sycophantic people that are going to be around you when you're that powerful. They're just like, oh, they're rolling with the punches. They're like, oh, leather, leather KKK hood. Good, yeah, good, great. It looks great, Kanye. Just pay me money, or give me money, or let me make money from you. That's all they're thinking.
Did anybody find out how many swastika shirts he sold?
I don't know. Is that public record?
I don't know.
Well,
Carlos, look it up.
I know he sold three, so we can
I
chalk
think
him down
actually,
to
I think
sold
the
three.
owners of Shopify ended up shutting the whole thing down. They put the kibosh on the whole thing.
Apparently, he got his account back, but who
Oh, did
knows? Who
he?
knows? Who knows what's true and what's not?
Yeah,
It's like a crazy saga. It is fun to watch,
we'll
but
come to
it's
find the truth here. We don't know what the truth is.
this
Apparently,
is Kanye Watch. This is the segment of the show we call Kanye Watch. We give
CEO.
you the in-depth news. Nobody's get this cutting edge as us.
I read the CEO of Adidas publicly stated that he sold all the Yeezys. There's not one left in stock. They're
Wow.
all done.
So they
That's
probably
right. So the Yeezy resale market must be hot.
What is it? Are you allowed? Here's my question now to all the people. Are you allowed to wear Yeezys today? Is it like
I think they're just not fashionable anymore.
a statement to wear
they got
Yeezys?
the new Nike Relax Foam thing.
What's
Like
that? Let me look those
I
up.
think it's a copy of the Yeezy, and it's supposed to help you recover.
the slides.
It's not a slide, no.
The Rejuvenate.
Rejuvenate. That's the one, baby. Put it up on the screen.
Pop it
Called
up on the screen, Carlos, and throw a couple more swastikas on there and make sure we know you're talking about Kanye West.
Make a Kanye
Um,
edition. And
I
Dell, let
just
me say
think,
something real quick. Hold on a second here, man.
mm,
You're looking lean, buddy.
look,
Listen, last week we had a rumor about you.
there were rumors. Now there's serious rumblings. Who
Oh,
knows what's going to happen? You might even see
serious
me in
rumors.
Montreal one of these days. You guys might see me on Montreal
You're
Monday.
looking thin, dog.
I was also sick the past 2 days, so it could be that.
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Got a little bit of gastro.
I got hit hard,
Bro-
my whole house.
Brother, it's going
Yeah?
You
around.
know what? I got hit with a flu
Oh,
a couple months ago. It was terrible, the worst thing I've ever had. And then I got hit with a gastro. But you know what's nice about gastro?
yeah.
You look like a damn supermodel by the end of it.
Yeah.
One,
You look
one
good,
stint,
man.
one stint praying in front of the porcelain throne there, and I'm looking svelte. It's amazing. It's amazing what a bit of throwing up will do for you.
I mean, it works.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it works.
You
So
basically fasted for a few days.
that's exactly.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I just think Kanye West shoes are not like in fashion anymore. At least the popular Yeezys.
Yeah, no, it's done. It's done. The whole thing is
Okay,
done.
Nobody's,
but
but it's not because of him. I think it's just because fashion's moved on.
but here's the question. Here's the question I'm asking now. Are
Mm,
you allowed to go out and wear a pair of Yeezys? Can you do it? What if you own a pair of Yeezys and you just
Guys,
like them for the
more
comfort?
dangerous to own a Tesla these days. Are you seeing what's happening?
that's crazy.
Montrealers are spray painting random Teslas, keying them for no reason. I can't bring my car downtown. It's over. Like I'm not going
Really.
downtown.
You know what's look, if there's anybody out there that's into this sort of thing, of a getaway, get out of jail free card, if you like to show swastikas off or any hate speech of any kind, you spray paint that on your own Tesla. And then when you drive it around, people will be like, oh, look at that. They
Oh, poor
vandalized this
guy.
poor guy's car.
And also it also works as a it's also helps if you don't want your Tesla to be vandalized more.
Exactly.
It's already done. It already did the job.
So it's
Get
a little
ahead.
bit of a it's a little bit of a cheat code for any of you racist Tesla owners out there, which I know there are many of you.
Yeah, there's an image of this Cybertruck
Every
going around, and somebody spray painted it in pink, a bunch of swastikas, and wrote Nazi all over a Cybertruck.
in Montreal.
That's Kanye West
Montreal, yeah.
Cybertruck. I don't
Brutal.
even know what all the hate's about with it. I don't follow
They're
Elon
calling
Musk.
Elon a Nazi for cutting all the USAID waste and all the government waste and firing the government employees. But he's literally doing Americans a service, but they hate him for it. It's weird. It's a weird thing.
I thought it
Like
was because
he's
of the salute.
Listen, the honest mistake. The guy's got autism, bro. The guy's on the spectrum. You gotta let it slide. You gotta let a couple of things slide, man. My
yeah,
heart
let it
goes
slide
up
with
to
the
you,
other
is what he
guys.
said. My heart. And then you know what's crazy is that a bunch of Republicans found a bunch of videos of Democrats accidentally doing the same gesture.
I
That's
think that was blown way out of proportion.
It's
It was
crazy.
funny.
By the way, Trump's Liberation Day was today, April 2nd, guys. We're recording this on
I
April
mean,
2nd.
what's Liberation Day?
So he's giving reciprocal tariffs to all the countries. But instead of matching the tariff for tariff, so let's say you charge him 40%, he was supposed to charge you back 40%. But what he did now is if you charge him 40, he gives you 20. If you charge him 10, he charges you 10. But the lowest he'll charge is 10. So if you charge him 69, he'll charge you half of that. If you, whatever,
I don't even know what a tariff is, if I'm being honest, guys. I'm talking, but I don't know what a tariff is.
it's kind of like a tax that they pay to sell the stuff to the United States. But the tax ends up getting passed on to the consumer. So things get a little bit more expensive.
Like the end consumer is just getting punished here. Doesn't matter.
It's so their whole thing is short-term pain for long-term gain
Mhm.
because he's trying to bring back like five industries to United States. He wants to bring back producing aluminum, copper, pharmaceuticals, cars, and I'm missing one more, steel. So those are the five main industries he wants to revive. And he thinks by reviving that, he's going to revive the American dream, bring back the strong middle class and all these different things. It's pretty interesting for me because, like, I think about it like this, guys. I know it might be boring or whatever, but it's a hot topic right now.
Fall asleep, forget about it.
If if governments print dollars, it creates uncontrollable inflation. But if people get paid more, yeah, things are gonna get a little bit more expensive. But how many cartons of milk are you gonna buy? How many eggs? How many steaks? Like you're not gonna cause as much inflation as government with uncontrolled spending and government waste. I feel like that inflation is going to end up being way higher than if you shrink government and you give people better wages and they get to spend money on stuff and whatever they spend money on, yeah, it goes up a little bit, but it can't be as outrageous as like hyperinflation made by governments. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? That kind of thing.
Sounds like a good plan.
I like
Sounds like a good plan to me.
we
So you
like
guys, a couple
inflation.
of Trumpers in here.
We like inflation. We don't like inflation. I don't know. Who
Nah, we
cares?
don't like inflation.
Who
I like
cares?
inflation when we're talking about a bouncy castle. I'll tell you
Oh
that
yeah.
much. No inflation with one of those. What's the point?
Yeah, it's basically just a mat.
Yeah, a stinky rubber mat.
Mandel, you still have that bouncy house you bought for the kids?
We do. That was a great sell. We almost brought it out this weekend, but
Oh yeah.
thing's a hassle.
I've had mine 5 years now, or
Yeah,
4 years. 4 years, yeah. Isn't
mine's
it?
a real hazard with these boys.
Oh
They'll wreck
yeah.
my house. They'll break something for sure.
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy when you have two boys in the house. Louis is about to have another baby boy.
What? I don't even know.
About to be madness.
Yeah.
It's gonna be mad.
Louis, same baby mama, or what's the story on that one?
Same baby mama.
That's
I'm
not bad.
what can I do? I'm a loyal man,
They
unfortunately.
call Louis the best man in Montreal.
I am the best man in
That's
Montreal.
what they call him.
Who called me that? That'd be sick.
That's what I'm hearing rumblings that that's how you're going to be announced in your fight in May.
Oh, that's sick. The best man
In Montreal, not in the world.
in the world.
And I'm remember, Lou, I'm not in Montreal.
True. Are you the best man in Toronto?
No, not even close.
Did you guys end up watching that card this past weekend?
I did watch it, and didn't do the homework.
I only watched the main card, I think. Yeah, I watched only the main card.
Guys, sometimes the homework is hard.
Like,
Louis, which fights did you see?
let me recap it. Hold on, because I gotta make sure I remember all. Because I also didn't watch every fight, of course, but
Oh, the
I,
king of homework
Let me
here.
talk about one interesting situation. Was cool was that guy Ronaldo. Let me see, get his last name. Ronaldo Rodriguez walked out with one of the greatest boxers of all time, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.
did he win?
No, he lost, but it was cool to see him walk out with one of
Come
the
on.
most famous boxers of all time. The
Yeah,
crowd was going crazy for Ronaldo, but his opponent had the answer.
Mm.
Kevin Borjas killed it on the Saturday, man. He landed like the first right hand he landed made Ronaldo do a backflip. Literally put him on his butt and he back rolled out of it. It was crazy. The first right hand of the fight. It
Like
was
Brock
like a
Lesnar
cartoon. It was
against
like literally watching a
Brock,
cartoon.
Brock Lesnar, Heath Herring. You
Yeah,
remember that fight?
exactly.
That
Right,
was
exactly like
sick.
that.
Brock Lesnar was the man, dude. I don't think prime Brock Lesnar. You bring him back, you feed him that prime stuff he was getting, dude. The stomach issues. No one's beaten Brock Lesnar ever.
The way he got whooped by Overeem, I don't know about that.
His belly was hurting.
That's true, actually.
Diverticulitis that fight.
Yeah.
That actually, that's true.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar's the best fighter of all time.
And
Brock
then
Lesnar.
No
Go.
caveats.
there was a guys, did you guys know there was an orthopedic surgeon fighting on Saturday in UFC?
I did not.
Whoa. I
Yeah.
don't like these doctors infiltrating MMA.
You
That's
can't
no
do
David
that.
good.
Martinez. He also won by KO against Simon Oliveira.
That's no good. What weight is that?
Bantamweight, man.
No, you guys have to sort that out.
Might have to fight a doctor.
That's not allowed.
Not
I
allowed.
saw there was a Chinese girl also that was a doctor or something, and she fought in the UFC in China.
Oh, that's cool.
You're
No
not
more.
allowed
Not
to be
allowed. Pick a
good at
job.
two things.
Pick a job, man.
You can't be good
How,
at two things.
if you're good at fighting, how bad are you at being a doctor? You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
exactly. You gotta be a bad.
That's you, terrible doctor.
Yeah.
You're either a winning fighter or a winning doctor. You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah, you
mean?
can't pick both. It's not fair to us, guys like us. We committed our whole lives to this.
And then guys, Raul Rosas Jr. fought Vince Morales after that.
Hmm.
I saw that fight, and he almost got caught with that. What is a? It's like a Peruvian necktie, but he calls it the Chilean necktie or whatever. I don't know what national. What?
Variation of the necktie.
Yeah, it's like it was pretty cool. He almost had it at one point, but
Three times. He put it on three times, man.
I
I
think
honestly, the first time, okay. Second time, I really didn't want him to put it on. And the third time, I was like, man, just ground and pound this kid. I think, like if you watch the fight, Rosas did a great job of getting the takedowns and controlling it, but did no damage, man. None. And every time Vince got up, he was fine. He was totally fine. And he couldn't stop him from taking him down. But the moments where he got on top, he jumped submission. The first one looked close. But then the second time around, I would have just beaten him, man. Tire the guy out, beat him, bro. Get on top and beat the hell out of the kid, man. Anyways, long story short, he got out grappled.
yeah,
Was he losing position to jump these subs, or was he just
yeah, he lost position a couple. When he jumped the subs, he lost position.
The two times, last time the bell rang at the end of the third. So
yeah,
whatever.
okay.
Yeah,
Because I heard it was close, but I didn't see it.
close at one. One of them was close. I think
Only the
the other
first
one
one.
went
Only
back.
me personally, I thought only the first one was really close.
I mean, I heard the fight was close.
Oh, I
Uh,
mean,
eh,
I wouldn't call it close. I mean, it wasn't a beatdown either way,
yeah.
but I thought it was pretty closely
It was
Raul
close,
Rose.
that's clearly, man.
Like, but in terms of it wasn't a beatdown for sure. It wasn't a one-sided beatdown.
I'm surprised he
Like,
wasn't prepared to sprawl and brawl all night. Stay on top. Like Rosas you could tell he's nervous to strike. He's fast, he hits good, but yeah, he doesn't have that comfortability yet in striking.
Yeah.
But Vince Morales, who's been in the UFC, been out of the UFC, won a bunch straight, comes back in the UFC, he'd have more like veteran decision, high fight IQ decision making to kind of like beat a guy who's on the up and coming, who's not super tested, and was really only good at jiu-jitsu. Striking is not great.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it was a frustrating fight to watch because I can't believe Raul Rosas wasn't ground and pounding him too. Like he got side control, he got a half guard, was controlling him. Like it was crazy. He even took his back at one point. No damage, didn't flatten him out, didn't try to go for ground and pound. It was weird. Louis, what did you think?
I think it was just bad decision making on Vince Morales' part, honest, like you said. Like I thought the skills were close enough that he could have won the fight.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
made he just made such bad decisions. Like, first of all, when a guy's shooting on you, just jumping the headlock right away as a first response,
Hmm.
usually a bad idea, unless like you have like an award-winning guillotine or something. But
If you're Ryan Hall or if you're a guy who like Cody McKenzie who always gets guillotines, you know.
you're not that guy, so I don't know why you keep doing it. Like after the second takedown, it's like, dude, you got to
Yeah,
brawl.
that's his submission. Like even the commentator is saying, that's his move. That's his move. So sometimes when you're known for something, you just it's like Dustin Poirier jumping the ghillie. It's his
Yeah,
move in the gym, and he's never done it in a competition, but he'll jump it all night. It's not
maybe.
the best
Yeah.
decision making, in my opinion, but it is what it is. They want to get it.
Look, I know, we all fall victim to that sort of thing.
Except
Mr.
me.
Anaconda over here.
Anaconda, you end up squeezing that thing so long, you end up tapping yourself out. That's enough.
I'm good. I'm good.
And then there was an emotional fight with Edgar Chairez versus CJ Vergara. Edgar ended up clocking Vergara, and then when he dropped him, he jumped right away for a rear naked choke, which is what he's known for. And he was balling because it was his dream of his to always win a fight in Mexico in front of the crowd and get a finish on the main card. Like he achieved a lot of dreams that night, so that was really great to watch. He was crying, he couldn't hold back his tears, and he gave like a good sob story about like his father, his grandfather. At one point, Edgar needed surgery and he couldn't afford it, so his grandfather sold his truck so he could pay for his grandson's surgery. But he passed away before getting to see this moment in Mexico, which was kind of sad. But he said he's watching him now from heaven or whatever. It was cool.
That is cool.
Yeah,
It was a
Damn.
fun moment. Did you see Drew Dober?
Mandel was right.
I called it. Easy call.
Oh, guys, refer to that.
Guy's not black. Dover's half the man he should be.
Damn, Bruno.
Yeah.
Right.
Easy call.
I think he got hit with like three or four right hands, like one twos, and one of them rocked him. It was so strange. He was rocked, but he was shooting on like a low single, and he was getting
And
pounded and pounded.
yeah.
And the ref wasn't sure if he was out because even me, like a lot of people say late stoppage, but from my
It was ambiguous.
yeah, because the camera that we were seeing, you're only seeing his back, so we couldn't see his,
Yeah.
but the ref could see his face. And the
Yeah.
commentators are like, stop it, stop it, stop it. But me, as I was watching, I was like, why stop it? He's obviously not out. He's holding the leg. But
Yeah.
show you after, he was out.
He's pretty cooked.
But yeah, I felt bad because I didn't think at first, but now when I rewatch it, it's like, yeah, you're right. He was out.
Yeah. And like good on the other guy for not jumping a guillotine or like he just stayed on just hammering the head. Um,
What do you mean? I mean,
because like I mean, it happened before where you buzz a guy, then you jump a choke, and then he defends his way out of it sleeping,
oh,
and
yeah,
then all of a
yeah,
sudden
yeah.
he wins the fight. Like
He finished it.
that
Yeah.
was the right call to keep hitting. Um, and then I don't know, Drew Dober's one of those guys that's so tough. Like it is important to just finish him. You
Yes.
can't you can't let him come back into the fight. It
Well,
happened
one
against
time,
Terrence McKinney,
yeah.
but not only was Terrence McKinney a black guy, but he didn't actually get the finish on Trudeau, probably because Trudeau just recovered that little bit quicker. He was younger back then. I don't know.
There's some footage online, Carlos. I don't know if you'll find it, but Louis lands a left on a guy and tries to
No,
walk
it's a
off
kick.
KO, but the guy wasn't out.
The left
It
kick
was
was
just
my
left kick,
it was
Oh,
my
it's a
knocked
left
him
kick?
down.
in my head. I said, "Time to go viral, boys."
Yeah.
One of the guys shot a double. I said, "What the?"
It was sick. It was sick.
I got
Louis,
two rounds of this bullshit.
Louis
Wait,
is
did
the
it go
only
all the
guy
way
to
to
have a
decision after?
What's that? Yeah, I want a decision after.
walk-off decision.
Walk off decision. That's what I call it. I'm the only guy to walk off decision.
Not bad.
Look,
Louis,
you won the fight cleanly with skill. It's
yeah.
better than missing a walk off and then losing the fight.
Yeah.
I'd be like, ah,
Imagine I missed the walk off, then he walk off KOs me.
oof.
Now that would be bad.
Well, that happened to the guy that just retired against Moicano, right? The black
Almost.
guy.
What's the guy's
He's a good
name?
fighter.
Yeah.
Tarantula.
Yeah. Jaden
Oh man.
Jalen Turner.
Jaden
He he
Turner.
tr- he scored a walk off. He was pointing at Moicano. He's like, all right, this guy's out of here. And then he gets choked.
Oh
Talking
shit!
about Jalen Turner.
I forgot.
Man, don't you guys think he retired too early?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
He's
who knows what
29.
guys and he's very good. Like it's not like he sucks.
but if your heart's not in it, your heart's not in it, man. That's the
Yeah, but he
thing.
only lost to really good guys.
But the
I think another thing that affects guys is the fan base. Like I think because he achieved a level of notoriety that's big enough for the larger fan base to access him, I think he probably gets bombarded with hate whenever he loses, which sucks. I mean, it must wear on him, you know?
Fans don't know anything either way.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, if you're the kind of guy to let it wear on you, it will wear on you.
I know it's true. Because
like
like if you guys signed, he'd be younger than you.
I don't know about that. I don't know if those numbers
Now
check
that
out.
he's retired, you guys are the youngest guys. If you'd be signed with the UFC, you guys would be it.
I
I'm
can
actually the
see
youngest guy.
how.
I think I'm the youngest guy alive right now. I am the youngest. I'm looking at the Guinness Book of Records right now. I'm the youngest adult alive.
Youngest known man is what it says for me.
That's
I'm younger than my son,
pretty
and
great.
he's not even born yet. I'm actually younger than him.
The numbers, I have to run the numbers, but yeah, that's how it works out for me too. It's a math thing.
Did you guys watch Erceg versus Moreno?
Yeah,
Nope.
I saw it.
Didn't watch it. That's good.
Fight fan. You're looking at a fight fan, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
I was it close?
no, I mean, Erceg did some good stuff, picked some nice shots, but I thought it wasn't really close. Like Moreno kind of like pressured him the whole fight, did more work, landed more, was more accurate, I think. Just like looked better.
Yeah. Moreno's good. Jeez, man, he's good.
Moreno had some really good boxing in the fight, I thought,
Yeah.
and then he made Joe Rogan. Oh, no, it wasn't Joe Rogan. Sorry. It was Daniel Cormier. He made Daniel Cormier ask me who's the best boxer. Ask me who's the best boxer at his post-fight speech.
Nobody should be
And I was
doing
like, you
that
want me to
anymore.
ask you that? He's like, okay, who's the best boxer? He's like, me.
It's 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 such a low bar. Like I'm the best boxer in the UFC. It's like, you know how good boxing is? Like, who cares? Just be the best fighter.
It's nice to be known as the good best boxer. But I definitely still rate Poirier above him in terms of boxing. I like Poirier's boxing in there, man.
All these best boxers just end up getting beat anyways. I don't know. Just be the best fighter.
Just say
I
I'm the
think
best
Poirier has sick boxing. I
boxer.
think Max Holloway has crazy boxing.
Exactly. They're sick boxers. But
Crazy.
then you watch Bivol Bitterbiev and you're like, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. But they don't have to worry about getting taken down. They don't have to worry about getting kneed in the face.
That's why they're better boxers.
Yeah, no, for sure. Listen, he's saying in UFC though. He's not saying better than Peter.
That's why I'm saying it's such a weird, like, I'm the best boxer on
Listen,
one leg on a
Danielle, you want to be a
unicycle
success,
with
you find a niche, and you become the king of that freaking thing, baby.
That's right. I'm the world's youngest known man.
Exactly. After
That's a
Louis.
small niche. No, 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 no. I was born after Louis, correct.
Well, we're born at the exact same time.
Nope. No, 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 no.
Maybe I'm
I'm,
a couple
a
seconds.
tie is worse than a loss.
Oh
But I'll
yeah.
have to bring you some news about the podcast, actually.
Shoot it to
One
me.
of our podcast fans came up to me at the gym and was like, "Man, it was a great episode last week. Happy you guys came back after the hiatus." But he's
Hmm.
like, "What's up with Lou? Why is he so quiet? Why? You know what I mean? Like
Out. He said you didn't have energy last podcast.
He's worried
Dylan,
about you.
Dylan Dale, our #1 fan.
Dylan Dale, getting a
Damn.
shout out, baby. Welcome back to the gym after a couple of shoulder surgeries. Great to have you back. But seriously, what is up with Louis' energy? The guy
We,
is old.
we all know what happened to his energy, Dylan. Because Dylan's into the same stuff that you're into.
Oh man.
Baby.
Look,
Oh,
You
so
better.
you're telling me the lack of Zinichinos
I don't know what you're talking about. I never even.
causing his low energy
Yes,
levels.
What is
of
that?
course. He's enhanced. Guys, when you see Louis on, he's enhanced.
Nope.
Louis' enhancement has been outed on the podcast. Dylan is the dealer. Dealer Dylan. That's what we call you now on this podcast.
These guys run in the same circles.
There
They're
you go. Let's move past this. Let's uh let's talk about that idea that we had a while ago that Mandel pitched to us that I think is a great idea. And
Okay, guys, listen to all the listeners.
mhm.
We have an offer. Mandel came up with this idea, and I'm gonna prepare it for next week. Okay, so we're filming Wednesday next week. Let me tell you what day that is exactly. We're filming on Wednesday the 9th. Okay,
we might even be able to do this in person.
what does that mean?
I'll be in Montreal next week.
Oh, you'll be in Montreal. Yes. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I thought you meant with the person. No. So, guys.
I'm not trying to meet any of these freaks.
Okay, guys. So listen. This is what we're offering all the fans. Send in your sparring footage. One round of your sparring footage. Any sparring footage of yours, personal sparring footage. Make sure it's okayed by your partner.
Or
And-
fight footage.
Or fight footage, yes, or fight footage. So send us either one round of your fight footage or one round of your sparring, and we'll critique it on the show. We'll critique it on the
We'll
show.
make fun
We're
of
going to
it.
air the episode, and you're going to get some free coaching from the unprofessionals who actually kind of know what they're talking about.
Light razzing.
We'll
Light
make
razzing.
To
We'll make
heavy
fun.
razzing, depending on Louis' energy level.
Yeah.
You know?
What's the email people can send it to?
Guys, okay, yes, that's very good. So we're going to send it to Mandel's email. Mandel, hit us with the email, man.
No. You know what we'll do? No. You know what we'll do?
Okay, no, seriously.
Make an email. We'll make an email specifically for this so we don't get flooded with the
No,
bullshit.
no. No, this is what we're going to do. You guys are going to send me a message on my Instagram. And to serious participants, I'm going to create an email and then you guys can send it there. Okay?
Okay,
So
we will.
to the guys who want to send the footage so we can critique it, send me a direct message on Instagram and I'll send you the email that I'm going to create just for this. That's fair?
Two-step verification. Very fair. Very fair.
Very fair. Perfect. Guys, so next week we're
Separate the wheat from the
making
chaff.
some bums freaking videos. No, I'm kidding. Light razzing to heavy razzing, depending how we feel.
Yeah.
If you suck,
You're
send
gonna
it
know
in.
about it. You're gonna
I want.
The worse you are, the better it's gonna
Yeah.
be.
Yeah,
If
better
you
for
think you're
everybody.
good, don't even bother.
Listen, if you're from TriStar and you want to be world famous, send me your footage. We're gonna critique it. We're gonna make fun of you. We're gonna make you better by making fun of you. It's kind of like a weird thing, but we're gonna do it, and you'll be famous.
And
Right.
if you're really good, look, you'll get an invite to pro sparring.
Boom.
Test your metal.
Yeah. There's some rumblings about
That's
Mandel.
right. I'm coming back.
Louis confirmed. I'm confirmed.
Mandel almost confirmed.
Things are happening.
Yeah.
Things are in motion. Wheels,
Yeah.
they rotate.
So what happened with Kevin Gastelum?
Oh, yeah. He was supposed to fight Joe Pyfer, man. You guys seen that?
I was excited. That was the only fight I wanted to watch.
They're called Mexico a shithole. You're not.
That was crazy. Carlos, put up the caption of what Joe Pyfer said. There's an image of what he said exactly about Mexico. It was crazy. I kind of didn't love his whole reaction.
So
I
who got
just-
sick?
It's fine to say I'll never fight in Mexico because the altitude sickness is
Yes,
too much for me.
this
to
I agree
overcome.
with. And I like Joe Pyfer, and that's fine to say.
He's a great fighter, but I thought that was nuts. I don't know. Is that what he said, or is it being taken out of context? I didn't watch the
Oh, he
video. I
said,
just saw.
I'm gonna find the exact quote.
Find the full quote. Let's not be those guys who just
Misquote?
I mean,
That's
we
all.
are the
All I do. Misquoting is my bread and butter.
it is funny to misquote.
Yeah, shithole. He called it a shithole. He's not going back. Don't care if that's offensive to you. You're not the one fighting. Suck my balls, literally.
Oh boy.
Didn't love it because UFC does those nights. Hit me with the name. Noche.
Fight. No chase.
Yeah, and the Sphere, and they're doing another Noche in September again. And like these have a huge, Mexicans have a huge heritage of fighters, and it's interesting culture in terms of fighting culture. Like they have so many great fighters in all the different types of fighting sports. And I would never want to disrespect them, man. They're good people. So it was kind of weird. And it
Just
was funny
seems
because,
kind of
sorry,
it just seems corny to like call a place a shithole because you had one bad experience there.
but what was interesting was Kelvin Gastelum, Fight Week, said, I don't think Joe Pyfer came out early enough to acclimate to Mexico City. He said that in
Okay,
an interview just before
Oh,
that. Like it's crazy. It's like people find out because we ask, oh hey,
does affect you, yeah.
when did he show? Like even me, like when I go to UFCs, I always ask, oh, when did the guy arrive? Did the guy arrive on
Yeah.
Tuesday? When did the guy arrive Sunday? When did he come? Just I want to know
Hmm.
what he's up to. Like, what's going on? What's going on?
What
When
did
I
he eat?
go high
I
altitude, you got to go at least a month before that. That in Mexico City, it's at least 1 month.
okay, so I don't think he called it a shithole, but he did say, "I'll never go back to that country. F that country. I'll never fight again." What? I'll
I'll
never.
never fight again.
He said, "I don't care if it's offensive to you." All right, all right. He didn't say, I
Okay.
don't see any
Oh,
shithole thing, but he did say "f that country," which is nuts. What is that? I don't know.
That's yeah, that's another crazy one, but that seems more understandable. Maybe he was trying to be funny.
Maybe he's
okay,
just
I'm
being
pretty sure
ridiculous
he
too.
said
You're
shithole.
pissed off. You say, man, fuck that place.
True.
I would do that.
Listen, I'm pretty sure he said shithole, man.
Did he? Let's see.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna just, you know what I'm
It's
gonna
time to pay the Pfeiffer.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all over for
Jay
you.
Piper speaks on his experience in Mexico City. If that's what altitude and elevation is, F that country. I'll never fight there again. Shithole, and I'm not going back. Don't care if that's offensive to you.
Carlos stamped that. I wanted it big.
Okay.
Shithole.
But
He was wrong yet again. The fact checker is off his Zin and
yeah, it's
fact checking.
not.
Never done Zen in my life. Don't even know
I
what's Zen. You guys do it? What is that?
I only heard about it from you at Dylan Dale.
No
What?
nail.
Dastardly character.
So it was interesting that he said all that stuff, and Calvin had a kind of an inkling because he probably asked UFC like, "Hey, when did Joe Pyfer come in? Because I've been here for a while. I just want interested."
Yeah.
Probably only showed up the week, and I know that some fighters don't believe in altitude.
I sure don't.
Yeah. Oh, thumbs up.
Altitude
I
sick.
love technology.
Yeah.
First
And
of all, how
another funny fact is that, I love Calvin Gaston, train with us. Great guy, sweet guy. Mendel made a good quip last week. Always make weight. I kind of went over my head when you had said it. I was like, yeah, I wasn't listening.
Mm.
I was like, oh, when I rewatched the episode, I was like, oh man, Mendel zinged him good on that one. And what was funny is that this time he did make the weight, but his opponent didn't make weight. So now the answer, did he get paid?
I don't know. I mean,
Carlos,
it's
find out. Throw it up on the screen. Did he get paid? Did he not get paid?
I feel like his paycheck would be pretty fat
He's got a lot of fights.
for a missed fight. I'm sure they're just gonna try to put that fight together in the next month.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Um, Neither guy's injured. If it was only altitude sickness, then yeah, they can put that together
what
quick.
even is altitude sickness? What happens to you?
I feel like I felt it when I went to Colorado. Remember we went to Colorado, Louis?
For that,
Yeah.
but
You get crazy, you get dehydrated, you
mhm.
feel nauseous, you get dizzy easy, like when you start working out, you get
Your
shortness
lungs
of
burn.
breath.
Your lungs burn.
But I didn't cut weight.
Yeah.
So I'm sure shedding, whatever, he's much bigger than us. I don't know how much, probably cuts 16 pounds. It's got to be rough on the body. It's got to be hell. That's probably why he's so upset about it because he's never caught weight at altitude. He probably didn't know what to expect. But the UFC should tell all the fighters, listen, maybe you should go out there a month early.
They're not gonna pay guys to do that. So
No, it's on your own dollar. Listen, that's the
yeah,
truth.
yeah, no, I guess it's worth it.
Saudi
It's an
Arabia,
investment.
you fight in Dubai, it's all on your own dime. But
Yeah.
you should at least suggest, I think, or the
Yeah,
guys.
no, I mean, guys should know better. It does reflect in your performance. Like whenever you do something last minute, like fighting at altitude or fighting in another time zone, you pretty much get away with it if you don't move there in advance
Yeah,
to prep. It's not the exception isn't the rule where like, oh, I only went out there 3 days ahead of time and I was fine. Like those guys are exceptional. Something happened that was good for them, but yeah, you should always try to get out there as early as possible.
Yeah. And then this weekend, there's a great card. Josh Emmett versus Leroy Murphy.
Oh
Leroy,
yeah.
that's a great fight. I like Leroy Murphy, man. And I
Very good.
really like Josh Emmett. I think they're both great strikers, great fighters, both of them.
Was Josh Emmett's last fight the knockout against
Not against Bryce Mitchell. And
Bryce Mitchell?
send him to the
It was rough.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I
nuts.
mean, I don't know much about Leroy. Is that his name?
Lee Roan.
Leroy.
Mhm.
He's good though. Like was he a striker?
Yeah.
Undefeated.
Yeah. He's very good. Even he got dropped by Dan Ige and still won the fight, man.
I just think Emmett's a bastard to fight, especially this new revitalized version of himself. Like
Yeah.
hits so dang hard,
Yeah. He's got
and
great work, great defense.
he retains his knockout power late. Like
But this is 5 rounds, man. It's gonna be interesting.
he knocked out the other black guy, Johnson, Michael Johnson.
Johnson, he was losing that fight.
Yeah, he knocked him on like the last 10 seconds.
Man, Michael Johnson was looking good in
Yeah,
that.
smoking him.
Yeah. He's also another
So
good boxer in the UFC, actually.
weird boxer, but yeah, he's
Weird
got pretty
boxing,
good.
but he's very effective in his boxing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Lost of all time, I think.
Lerone Murphy, I think is much better than people give him credit. Like even Danny Gay, I think is a beast. He beat Edson Barbosa before that. Josh Culibao, and he beat Gabriel Santos. Like he's on a tear, man. Gabriel Santos was 10-0 when he faced him. So like I mean, he's really good. I like him. I rate him. I think he's great. I think Josh Emmett's great. Guys, you have to watch this main event this weekend. It's gonna be fantastic. Then we got Pat Sabatini versus Wanderson Brito. Pat Sabatini, another beast. He had some like kind of like he spoke about it, like mindset issues and whatever, but then he's bounced back from it. And he got like a 4-fight win streak.
I love his nickname,
What's his nickname?
the Teeny.
The what?
That makes sense.
The Teeny. I made it.
That's awesome.
Pat the Teeny Sabatini.
That's awesome. That's a cool nickname, actually.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah, yeah,
Consider it.
He lost to Diego Lopez. That's what I
yeah,
remember him from.
yeah. And then he's fighting that Wanderson Brito. I don't know much about Wanderson Brito.
I think that guy beat Diego Lopez.
Okay.
Did he? No. Yes, he did beat Diego Lopez. You're right, man. Technical unanimous. Contender series.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
And he lost to Bill Algio. Decision. And then he beat Andre Fili, beat Lucas Alexander,
Did
he
he
beat
also
Weston Wilson, Jonathan Pierce, and Jack Shore, man. He won it 5 straight.
the beast? But he lost to William Gomez.
Yeah, that was his last fight. Lost to William Gomez, yeah.
Lost to William Gomez.
And then there's Kennedy and Chuku.
Nice. That
He's
name
good.
is-
I rate him actually. Martin Boudet. Kennedy is very good. I like him a lot. He's a good striker, man. And he's on a 2-fight win streak.
They're heavyweights.
Heavyweights, yeah.
Can he make it 3 fights? Let's find out.
Oh,
Find
guys,
out.
I accidentally skipped one fight. I scrolled too fast.
Oh,
There's a fight before them. It's Cortavius Romius versus Chang Ho Lee.
two
That's-
names
It's a
that are
bantamweight
easy.
division, yeah.
Yeah, opposite end of the spectrum here on names.
Yeah. And then there's Mirkart is back. He's fighting Brad Tavares.
Ooh, that's a throwback fight if I ever heard one.
Yeah,
I think they're both coming off losses, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a throwback fight.
Yeah, I think they're both
did this Cortavius guy beat somebody we know on the Contender Series?
Did
Yeah.
he beat? Did he beat?
Yes, he beat Mike Imperato.
You mean Mike Imparato? That's the guy who beat him, man. Yeah.
Yes,
He
and he
lost
lost
to
to
Gaston Bolanos.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, he had some cardio issues in that Gaston fight, and he also has some striking issues.
What's interesting about the Gaston fight is he took Gaston's back, and
In the
It-
first, right?
can't remember which round, but he took his back, and Gaston did something that was really cool because they finally allowed 12 to 6 elbows, right?
Oh
Right
yeah, he was
before that
like,
fight. So he shimmied his way up because Romulus was behind him, shimmied his way up and just started doing 12 to 6 elbows.
that was cool.
Romulus gave up the back. It was interesting. Like he had a little having to let go. It was just elbowing him 12 to 6, having his back taken. It was really interesting. It was like guys were trying to find new ways to use those elbows, right?
It's
I thought
good.
it
I
was,
hope more of that comes
yeah.
up.
You know what we haven't seen
That's
much is knees from 4 points.
yeah. I think guys are everybody's been smart about not sitting there for too long.
Yeah.
Because even in practice, you're like, you'd
Do
be
it. I fake the
yeah,
knee and I'm like,
yeah,
yo,
exactly.
put a knee down or an elbow down because I knock you out right now. Like this is
Yeah,
crazy.
guys that aren't clued into the rule change are dead.
Like guys who haven't fought in a while don't know.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous allowed strike now. And then guys, and then there's the undercard. There's Robert Valentin versus Torres Finney. There's Louis Gurul versus Ode Osborne. There's Davy Grant's back against Daniel Santos.
Yeah,
Daniel Santos, there was a lot of hype behind this guy. He's one of Oliveira's teammates.
Davy Grant is very good though.
Yeah.
He's a spoiler. That guy.
KO guy, man.
He's a KO monster, man.
Yeah. And Daniel Santos is a kind of like in your face striker, pushes the pressure, puts the pressure and like throws crazy strikes, flying knees, all kinds of kicks. Like he tries to get you out of there. So this is two strikers who are gonna bang it out. This is gonna be a crazy fight. I'm surprised it's so low on the card. And then there's a Canadian fighter from UFC. Sorry, Canadian somebody representing Canada on the card. That Diana Belbita is fighting. She's fighting
Oh,
uh Dion Barbosa.
no,
Should be a good one.
Yeah, that's Louis' favorite fight.
that's yeah, that's my pick of the night.
Uh, Somebody we know, Reese McKinney. He's fighting Daniel Frunza.
Reese McKee.
McKee, sorry. Yeah, I don't know why I said McKinney.
Someone we know.
I,
Yeah,
he trained with us.
Hey,
yeah,
Canada, nice guy. I like Reese.
yeah, he's great. And then there's Victor Henry against Pedro Falcao. Vanessa Demopoulos, a Greek
Oh,
native.
we trained with her too. She came to TriStar as
He was
well.
at TriStar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Against Talita Alankar. And then there's Loma Lukmunmi against Estela Nunez.
Okay.
All these fights are must watches. Look, actually watch Reese fight. Reese is cool.
Yeah.
The rest of them, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you let's say you got dinner plans, you go to dinner, you watch
Do what
Reese's fight.
Mandel does.
Yeah.
I watch all the fights. I'm tuned in. I'm locked in the whole night. I don't leave. I don't even leave to go pee.
He was watching his phone.
My,
His phone's on the table like an autistic child at dinner.
my bladder's I'm holding my bladder the whole time because I just not even get up. I even love the commercial on Fight Night.
Yeah.
Actually, I have
What? Modelo's gonna do one?
my basement bathroom. If I leave the door open, I can still see the TV.
Perfect view. Exactly.
You're lucky, lucky man. I gotta.
Is this card gonna happen early? That would be nice.
Probably not. I think it's at the Apex.
Oh, okay. So at least the main event won't be happening at 1 a.m.
I'll be done by 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern time.
Okay. That's all right. I'm fine with
Guys,
that.
any announcements you need to make?
Announcements.
Mandel is officially announcing. No, I don't have any. I don't
I'm
know.
announcing that I'm coming to Montreal on Monday.
It'd be great to have you back, bud. And guys, don't forget, direct message me on Instagram. I'm going to create an email tonight. So that way, when you guys message me, I'm going to have an email prepared. And we're excited to critique your footage.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for
Yeah,
joining us again.
should be good.
See you guys next week.
Later.